Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode from the Multi-Tools and Blades channel. Today we're going to have a look at this Gerber MP600 from the mid-90s. This is what some people would consider the version 2. Others call it the version 1.3, but I tend to call it the version 2 for multiple reasons. If you haven't seen the original, then go back and check that video out first. I'll put a link in the description. So for the things that have not changed, we've still got the polished construction. We still have all the same hardware, putting it all together. And on face value, it looks pretty much similar to all the MP600s. But for you collectors, there's one thing you want to look for, these screws here. Undoing these screws allowed you to pull this whole head off. It's a bit tricky getting it all back together, but it's really good if you need to clean it out and stuff like that. On later models, the head was actually riveted in place, so you couldn't take it out and clean it. The MP600 is quite interesting. It has a really wide opening jaw. That's for a reason. You've got to access the tools on the inside. It opens up a lot more than a Leatherman and so much more than an SOG. Almost 90 degrees. So you can't call these Mr. Pinch anymore because it was redesigned handles to give a bit of space in between. You don't pinch your hand inside, which is good. You now have some patent numbers, so no more patent pending. All the tools are located on the inside, so you need to have the pliers nice and wide to open up. First of all, we have the knife blade, which is pretty much unchanged. Next to that, we have a very nice thick lanyard, a small flat screwdriver, and a can opener. It has a very small screwdriver on the tip, like a Victorinox. And Gerber's early multipliers didn't have any locks, so all these tools were just kept in place with a nice slip joint. But it's really quite firm, so you don't have any worry about it slipping out of place. My only concern is that it's a little bit too good. It can be a little bit tough to get the tools in and out. The tools are nice and thick though, so you have a bit of confidence that they're going to work pretty well. It would be nice if they put something on here like a wire stripping notch or something on there, just something additional. While it's nice that there's a half turn, the 90 degrees, there's no point because the other handle's in the way. And on the other arm we have the serrated blade with a nice little rounded sheep's foot. What I find interesting is there doesn't seem to be any sign of use on this blade, but it's so blunt. I mean, like really blunt. And next to the serrated blade we have a Phillips. This time it's cast, not milled, but still does the job. Next to that we have a small flat blade screwdriver, which is quite rounded on the end, and the Simmons file. Gee, the back spring makes it really hard to get out, but if we just use a bit of leverage, it pops in like that, nice and easy. Simmons USA. It's double cut on one side. There is no metal saw and single cut on the other side. The plier head is crude on the outside, almost unfinished. If you compare that to the original, it's very different. But it does look much stronger than the original one. Well, that's another episode again. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Please leave any comments or any questions that you have. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible in the time frame that the wife allows me to. I hope to catch you all next time. Uru.